Welcome to The Explainer. Right from the get-go, cinema was faced with a fundamental choice. It was basically presented with two completely different paths, two totally different ideas of what a movie could even be. So today, we're going to go back to that crossroads and explore the very birth of the cinematic language you see on screen every single day.
So what was that choice, really? Was film supposed to be a window, something that just captures the world exactly as it is? Or was it meant to be a canvas, a place to paint dreams and build entire worlds that could never, ever exist in real life? And that's the core conflict, the big question we're going to unpack right now.
All right, so let's start with path number one. This one begins with two brothers in Lyon, France. For them, the purpose of this new invention, cinema, was incredibly simple. It was meant to be a window on the world, a way for all of us to see everyday life as if for the first time.
Their invention, the cinematography, was an absolute game changer. I mean, think about this for a second. It was a camera, a film developer, and a projector, all packed into one box that was light enough for a single person to carry. And it was hand-cranked, so you didn't need electricity. This portability was everything. It meant they could finally get out of a studio and go capture the world as it was actually happening.
So what did they film with this amazing new device? Well, they didn't make up stories. Instead, they shot what they called actualities. They were basically just these short little slice-of-life documentaries. And you know what? Audiences went absolutely nuts for it. The simple act of seeing a real train pulling into a station but projected huge on a screen, well, that was a kind of magic nobody had ever experienced before.
So you see, for the Lumiere brothers, the real special effect was reality itself. The magic wasn't about creating fantasy worlds or telling dramatic stories. It was the mind-bending ability of this machine to just capture a moment in time and play it back. They proved that cinema could be this incredibly powerful tool for pure observation.
Okay, so that's one path. But at the exact same time, another filmmaker was taking cinema in a completely, and I mean completely, opposite direction. He saw film not as a window to look through, but as a magic wand to create something totally new.
Enter Georges Méliès. Now, this guy was a professional stage magician in Paris, a real showman. He was a master of illusion. So when he saw the Lumiere's invention, his brain went somewhere totally different. He didn't see a tool for recording reality. Oh no. He saw the perfect device for creating brand new magic tricks that would be literally impossible to do on a stage.
And get this, the birth of special effects was basically a total accident. As the story goes, he's filming a street scene, his camera jams up for just a second and then it starts again. Later, when he played the film back, it looked like a bus had magically, instantly transformed into a hearse. And that's when the light bulb went off. He realized editing wasn't just for starting and stopping a shot, editing was magic.
And from that one discovery, he just went wild. He invented a whole bag of tricks. He used that stop trick to make people appear and disappear. He used double exposures to create ghosts. He was even painstakingly painting individual frames of film by hand to bring these incredible, vivid colors to his fantasies. For Méliès, the camera wasn't for capturing reality, it was for bending reality to his will.
All of this work led to his 1902 masterpiece, A Trip to the Moon. Now, at 14 minutes, it completely dwarfed the Lumiere's 1-minute clips. It was an epic. It told this complex, imaginative story that unfolded over multiple scenes. The film was a massive international hit, and it proved, once and for all, that movies weren't just a novelty. They could be a powerful new way to tell incredible stories. So, there you have it. Right from the very start of cinema, you have these two powerful, opposing forces. You've got Team Lumiere, the realists, who gave us the world as it is, and you've got Team Méliès, the magicians, who gave us worlds that could never be. For a long time, these two paths just ran side by side. But did they have to? I mean, does a film have to be either a documentary or a magic show?
And that question is the perfect setup for our final pioneer. Let's fast forward to 1927. A brilliant German director named F.W. Murnau comes to Hollywood. And with his very first American film, Sunrise, he basically refused to choose. Instead of picking a path, he decided to merge them. You see, Murnau had this whole different philosophy. He famously called the camera the director's pencil. He believed it wasn't supposed to just be a passive observer like it was for the Lumiere. And it wasn't just a tool for tricks like it was for Méliès. No, for Murnau, the camera was an expressive instrument, something you could use to draw out the inner psychological world of the characters and make the audience feel what they were feeling. So, how did he actually do it? Well, it's brilliant. The story of Sunrise is super simple and human. It's about a marriage in crisis. It's exactly the kind of slice-of-life drama the Lumieres might have been interested in. But the way he tells that story, the style is pure Melies. He uses all these fantastical, expressionistic techniques to get inside the characters' heads and show us their deepest emotions.
He was literally using the language of fantasy to create a deeper psychological reality. The sets are distorted and strange to make you feel the character's anxiety. He layers images on top of each other, so you're literally seeing their thoughts and memories play out on screen. He even put lead weights in an actor's shoes to create this heavy, monstrous walk as the character was thinking about doing something terrible. See? Murnau wasn't just showing you what was happening, he was making you feel what it was like.
So why does all this old history matter? I mean, what's the lasting impact of this tug-of-war between reality and fantasy?
Well, it's because Murnau's synthesis, his combination of these two streams, became the bedrock of modern cinema. Seriously, think about almost any movie you love. It probably uses realistic settings and deals with relatable situations, right? That's the Lumiere DNA. But it also uses camera movement, editing, music, and special effects to pull you into how the characters are feeling. And that's the Melies DNA. It's the perfect mix of showing us the outer world and the inner soul.
So next time you're watching a movie, I want you to think about this history. Ask yourself, am I looking through a window at reality, or am I looking at a magical canvas? Or is it doing what Murnau first perfected? Is it using the tools of fantasy to open a window not just onto the world, but straight into the human soul?